look like that?
I'm trying to see. I'm sorry, not all of us have 20/20 vision, Tyler. Okay, I'm struggling out here. I'm squinting, trying to see. Oh yeah, take those back to Walmart.
Oh,
What are you trying to see?
I want to see if Paramount has an NBA game on right now.
Oh.
does Paramount show NBA games?
If they're on CBS.
They don't have CBS games on NBA.
No, they don't. That's some shit.
No. Okay. Well, we're gonna start with that then. Show how stupid you are. Hello, everybody, and welcome. You say you're cold?
Cold.
I am hot, sir.
Well, I have a window on. A window open.
You have a window on?
A window open.
Uh,
Forget your key in the room again.
Can you
Jaden.
believe that he's not even high, Jaden?
No.
I just woke up. Well, like not woke up, but like just like got up. You know, I've been chilling. I'm just watching Harry Potter
Oh yeah,
with the
that's
laptop.
what I need to. I haven't even. I'm on 6, James. I think I told you, but
I'm on 5, so I'll finish it and I'll be over there, bro. Don't trip.
Alright.
We got it, bro. We only got 3 more to push through. 3 more. Yes, sir.
All right. Well, hello everybody, and welcome to Geeked Out
Hello.
Podcast. You have your host with the most, Tyler here. You got Jaden in the right corner, or just in wherever, if you're listening, just in the room, I guess, wherever you're listening. You got James. Welcome back, James. After your 1 week hiatus from
good to have you back.
Yep.
Hey,
Yep.
appreciate you. Hey, that's weird though,
Asshole.
Jaden. You're just in people's rooms.
I know, right? I just be teleporting.
Yeah.
The
In
moment
the
somebody
top right
turns
corner,
on.
or if you're listening, in your room. Like that's pretty crazy, Tyler.
I mean,
The
Some-
moment they
Gonna
turn on our podcast, I appear.
Right, you're gonna have to go knock on doors soon.
all right. Well, yeah. Welcome everybody for tuning in. If you are listening on Spotify or Apple Music, feel free to hit that follow button to listen to our beautiful voices more often, presumably every week, except this week because we're on a Tuesday or a Thursday because scheduling. We'll just leave it at that. And then for those of you listening on YouTube, hello. First off. And make sure you guys subscribe, hit that bell, like the video, do everything that YouTube requires you to do to get notifications about our uploads, whether it be podcasts, YouTube shorts, or soon to be whatever the fuck we feel like doing. I know we want to do streaming soon, so look out for that in the future. And then also feel free to check out our TikTok and Instagram at Officially Geeked Out to go through all the highlights of the podcast and maybe more content in the future. Yeah, perfect. That's how it's done, finally. Now I just got to nail it the first time. So this week, I think, as we've kind of discussed, it's kind of going to be a bullshit week yet again. Because, we're fucking lazy right there. We're going to talk about a little bit of the NFL, talk about basketball, our week 1 reactions, maybe our overreactions to week 1.
Right.
And then maybe, I don't know, we'll see what the fucking rest of this podcast entails. You read the title. It's there in the title. Or probably on TikTok. I don't know. It's somewhere. So unorganized. All right. So I guess we'll talk about NFL first. Get them out of the way. So any interesting games that interested you boys last week?
I mean,
Kind of a dud
Panthers.
week.
I mean, the Panthers murdered the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys murdered the Lions. The Giants won again. You know,
You're really happy about these Giants, bro.
bro. It's the
He's
reason
more
I'm
happy
even
about it than
happy-
I am.
The
Bro.
reason I'm happy about it is because I called it in week 2. I was like, man, these Giants might be good, and then they've only been winning, and it's just helping my case saying I wouldn't be shocked if they made the playoffs. So
You're really
it's
sounding
funny.
like a Giants fan lately. That's what
Absolutely
it sounds like.
not. I don't. The only person I know, well, besides so I know 2 people, is Daniel Jones and Saquon, and I don't know anybody else. So,
They got some pieces.
well, I don't know them.
But that's mostly the two.
I just think it's funny.
Yeah, nothing really too much happened this week, I mean, Chiefs beat the 49ers.
The Cardinals defense stepped up. Granted, it was against like a Saints team, but
It's against Andy Dalton, but yeah.
Two pick
I
sixes.
mean, yeah, but the Cardinals defense showed a little bit of life.
Right.
Yeah. I'm surprised because, the Call of Duty campaign came out. So I thought Kyler Murray was going to just be on that. I thought they were going to lose. But that's not why the Chiefs lost, because, they were playing Warzone. Mahomes, Juju, Smith-Schuster, Kelsey. They were all playing Warzone. Won 3 straight, apparently.
The game.
They wouldn't have won if I was in the lobby, though. I'm just saying.
No, and then it was very interesting. Last night, Mac Jones got benched.
Yep.
He did get benched, but they did say that he is going to be starting next week. So, but I mean, with Zappy though, I mean,
what did he get benched for though?
I don't know. I think he just played sloppy, and then they
Bro,
won.
I
didn't watch the game, so.
Bro, I think when I looked, he was like 3 for 6 in the second quarter, and then they benched him.
Really?
I was like, yeah. He got benched in the second quarter, and I think he only threw like 9 balls. Yeah, let me look. Yeah. Stats. Yeah, he didn't even play too terrible. He went 3 for 6 for 13 yards, and then they said, "All right, you're done." Benched him.
Yeah.
But he had 3 carries for 24 yards as well. So it's like, I'm kind of confused on why he got benched. But I don't know. I didn't watch the game either. I just saw he got benched. I thought it was kind of funny.
I don't know. It's an interesting case, but I mean, a game that really sucked dick was the Steelers and the Dolphins on Sunday Night Football. Steelers went to Miami, got shitted on to the Dolphins, losing 10-16, making the Steelers 2 wins, 5 losses for the season.
Yep.
I mean, you guys saw my text. I was pissed to say the most. Everything about, what would you say?
In my head, as you were sending those texts, I was like, don't reply. Just let him let it all out. It'll be over in a little bit. Just don't respond whatever you do.
He was just trying, let you look at the bright sides, and he wasn't trying to look at it, He was trying to let you know.
Wrong in every single thing.
Yeah, I was like, hey, the Jazz are 3-0. We're supposed to be 10.
What's the tank?
The Yankees are tied right now, but we're gonna lose.
And they did lose.
They did lose. They did.
Yep. No, I was very upset at literally everything, and I understand this is the first year without Ben Roethlisberger. I understand that, but if they had Ben Roethlisberger, James might disagree, but I think they're like 4-3, to say the least, because he would have won some of those close games.
I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
mean, in a
I
way,
agree.
yeah, because he would change the play call at the line
Yeah.
and say "fuck Matt Canada."
But yeah, Matt Canada has to go. I
Yeah.
I cannot watch this offense if he is fucking calling the
Yeah.
shots. It just drives my it grinds my gears. As I told Jaden right before we hopped on. I said he is probably the master at getting 2 yards when you need 10 yards and then getting 0 yards when you need 2 yards.
Yep.
He tries to do all these like cute little plays and shit like that, and they don't work. Fucking Kenny Pickett didn't have the best game. I will say that. He forced a lot of balls, forced that last interception, but he's gonna learn from that. He's a rookie. He should have ran, but he tried to just force it to Pickett. He tried to manage the. He just wanted to win the game, basically.
Right.
That's fine. Whatever. It's one game. He'll learn from it. Every other game that he's looked in, besides from forcing the ball to his receivers, he's looked nice.
Yeah, I mean those last 2 drives at the end of the game, like he didn't look bad whatsoever. Like he was doing good besides, ending it all very poorly. But I mean, yeah, besides like trying to force it into his receiver, like I don't know, he was making really good reads. I feel like he did what he needed to do. So, and like you said, yeah, he's a rookie, so all he's gonna do is learn from it. And from there, hopefully, he just knows not to force bad.
I just can't watch this offense. The Steelers are averaging 14.4 offensive points per game this season. Dead fucking last in the NFL. And Matt Canada wants to be like, oh, like it's, hard to score in the NFL. And I'm like, I get that. But at the same time, all these other fucking teams are doing it. We give a lot of shit to the Broncos because, they can't score past fucking, 20 points. I looked back. The Steelers are the same goddamn thing. They can't fucking score past 20. And some of the games are the only reason they had scores is because Fitzpatrick or whoever intercepted it got a pick six. Like, it's just I just can't. Najee Harris, I want Najee to do so good, but
Right.
and I'm not gonna put all the blame on him because the O-line sucks dick. But fucking Daniel Jones has more fucking rushing yards than him. And he's a.
Crazy.
I just don't understand, and like he's missing wide open holes, and I want him to do good, and maybe he's not 100%. I know he hasn't been the start of the season, but like and there's some plays where like you look and you're like, oh my god, like this is it. This is what he looked like in Alabama, like, and he's just not that. I call him Dropson, but Johnson needs to catch the ball. Claypool only wants to show up on third downs.
Yep.
Pickens is the best wide receiver in our on our team, but yet they are not targeting him. And then when they are targeting him, Tomlin and Canada want to get on Pickett for throwing it to him. Oh, there's other receivers. You have to throw it to more than just Pickett. And I'm just like, okay, but like he's a beast,
Right.
The Steelers, 2 Steelers and Juju Smith-Schuster and Ray McLeod, who are now on different teams, Juju with the Chiefs and Ray with the San Francisco 49ers, have both scored more touchdowns than the whole wide receiver core of the Pittsburgh Steelers. That is just terrible. Oh, it's fucking just so depressing. And then the defense is trying its fucking best. The secondary sucks dick. I've always said our defensive coordinators have always sucked dick. I want Brian Flores to be promoted to defensive coordinator because I think he actually knows what he's goddamn doing. He was a pretty good head coach before Miami let him go.
Right.
Because of the whole situation that he was going through at that time. The Steelers are also 1-9 without T.J. Watt. And I also read a stat today. So the Steelers have always been first in sacks for the past couple seasons. They are dead last this season.
Sounds about
And
right.
that is because nothing has really changed besides the fact that T.J. Watt got hurt.
Yeah.
How does one man? I understand he's your best defensive player, but how does one man affect your whole fucking defense?
Right.
Like, I understand the pass rush, but like, he doesn't affect the secondary. Why does the secondary suck dick? Like, they had 4 dropped interceptions against Miami that could have changed the whole game.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it just annoys me because this team could be so much better
So much
than
better.
so much gooder than what it is. It just irritates me. I mean, and it's obviously because it's like you don't want your team to like suck, but like I just don't understand why like we have the pieces. I just don't understand why we can't.
Put it together.
Why? Yeah, exactly. Why we can't put it together? Why is the coaching just what's up? Why does
What's
Matt
up,
Canada suck?
I don't know. Why do we still have him?
Because the Steelers don't fire. They let their contracts expire. So
That's a bar. That's a certified bar, bro.
yeah.
To put it in the next song.
Yeah, and I don't even know what Canada's contract is. Yeah, if he's signed for more than the season, but
Well,
the Steelers. The one thing I don't like about the Steelers is that they need to start promoting, well, not promoting, but they need to look at outside sources. The Steelers have been promoting within their organization, and so that's why so Matt Canada was like. I forgot what he was before the offensive coordinator, but he was with the Steelers before that, and then same thing with our defensive coordinator. Like he was like our linebacker coach or something like that.
yeah.
But I just look for an outside source, like get someone that's good.
Right.
Like I said, the only one I really want them to promote is Brian Flores to defensive coordinator. But other than that, like you gotta just find someone. I keep seeing people be like, "Oh, you get Ben Roethlisberger to be the offensive coordinator." I'm like, not really. I mean, he'd be a good quarterback coach, I feel like, but not. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yes, I just the Steelers are making me very mad this season.
Yeah.
Told you at the beginning, Chief, y'all was not going to be that great.
Yeah, but like, what am I supposed to be like? Oh yeah, you're right. No, I want to have the best for my fucking team, you know. The only team that like I had that kind of reaction with was with the Utah Jazz. Like I was like, you know what? Yeah, you're probably right. They're probably gonna suck. But, you know, they traded Donovan and they traded Rudy and.
But you got to think, what's vice versa? You let go all your veteran wide receivers. You got rid of your quarterback.
I wouldn't say we. Well, I mean, yeah, Ben Roethlisberger was a veteran. But I mean, Juju, I agree, is a veteran. Ray McLeod wasn't.
That's why I said veteran.
Yeah,
But
well,
like your veteran, like your most veteran wide receiver now is who?
probably Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
And then Claypool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like you guys are in the rebuilding stage. So it's like, I get it. Like it sucks, but you got to look like you just drafted a young ass.
But the Steelers don't rebuild. That's the thing. They reload, or they're supposed to reload.
But you got to give it a year.
I
understand
that, but like, they don't tank. Like,
But they're not trying to tank. They're trying to win. It's just not happening. So once it doesn't happen, they'll do what they need to do. I can promise you, Matt Canada won't have a job next year. I can guarantee.
I don't know about that. I hope. I hope. I really hope, James.
That's really stupid in the world right now. I think everyone's looking in on him. Unless he changes some shit around and actually starts making y'all score,
This is what's gonna happen because it happened with Todd Haley and Randy Finkner, like before the offensive, before Matt Canada took over. He's gonna get bailed out by talent. He's gonna get bailed out by maybe Pickett and Pickens doing their thing. Claypool, we'll see what he does. But if Pickens is the wide receiver that we say he is, and same with Pickett, then I feel like they're going to see them like connect, do well, and then be like, oh, yeah, Matt Canada is actually doing a really good job. Because it happened with Todd Haley and Randy Finkner when, they had Ben, Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell, and then, when Juju...
I also think they'll actually take their opinion into consideration because players are being very vocal about how they feel about Matt Canada right now.
That's true.
Like they're not being shy about it. They're making it very vocal to the world, to the organization. Like, yo, get this motherfucker out of here because he's trash. So I think that's the next level. It doesn't matter how good they do. I think like it's just on that level of even if he is good at his job, they know the players don't respect him. So it's either you save that one coach or you kick the 25 players off of the team that don't respect the coach.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Like I said, I hope, because I just can't watch the Steelers like offense anymore. It's just I watch it because Pickett is a rising quarterback. I feel like he is the future of the Steelers.
I agree.
But yeah, it's just painful, especially when Trubisky was in, and I still give Trubisky some credit. I still think he is a good quarterback, but just watching the first 3-4 weeks of the season, I couldn't watch it. It was terrible, and it doesn't matter because I know that we're gonna get smacked by the Eagles this upcoming week.
Could you imagine this is the game we win?
I would be shocked. I really would. The Steelers have not won in Philadelphia since the 1960s, I want to say. They have lost 19 consecutive in Philadelphia. So,
yikes.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they lost. Yeah, I've always said every time the Eagles play the Steelers, I know because they just don't play well against the Eagles. I don't know why. Philadelphia wants to show Pittsburgh that they are the city of Pennsylvania.
I guess fuck Philly, bro.
Oh.
What you got against Philly besides the Eagles?
Everything.
All right, the Phillies are in the World Series.
Mm-hmm.
What you got against Bryce Harper?
Yeah, go Bryce.
Go Bryce Harper. He from Vegas.
Yeah. Philly cheesesteaks.
I don't like Philly cheesesteaks.
Yeah, they're alright. That's what makes it.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Well, let's look at some of these upcoming games that might be promising. I actually read. Let's see here. There's only going to be one game, where it's two teams that are above 500. And you want to know what those teams are? I'm pretty sure you saw the post, but
yeah, I saw it. I'll let you guess.
Isn't it the? I don't know who's playing who, but isn't it the Giants, the Jets, the Falcons?
Well, no, so I mean playing against each other. So all the
only two above 500 teams playing against each other.
Oh.
So I'll tell you a couple games you can guess. We have well, not that you can guess, but you got the Packers and Buffalo. You got the Giants and the Seahawks. You got San Francisco and LA. And then you have Cincinnati and Cleveland.
So there's two games where both teams...
Only one.
That's over 500?
Yeah, both teams over 500.
Say them again?
You got Cincinnati and Cleveland. You got Green Bay and Buffalo.
No.
You got Giants and Seahawks.
That's the
and
one.
You got San
Giants and
Francisco.
Seahawks.
There you go.
Yeah, it's Giants and Seahawks.
Yep. Everybody, all the other teams that are playing this week are, they might have above 500, but they're playing someone that doesn't, or that they're both under 500.
That's so crazy to me.
Yeah, very crazy. So, I mean, it's a very interesting.
And it's really crazy if you look at some of these matchups too, because like you got Arizona and the Vikings, and it's like it's crazy to think that both of those teams aren't 500.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, the Vikings are, but
oh, you're saying both of them at the same time?
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
both of them being
Well,
five.
even
Yeah, no,
yeah,
you're right.
yeah, like
Yeah,
the 49ers and the Rams, like Packers
yeah,
and the Bills.
One of them are 500, but not both of them are.
Yeah,
that's
like the
You got
Bucks
Tampa
going in
Bay and
the.
Baltimore. Like
Yep.
yeah,
nuts.
yeah. This season is not at all. I feel like what any of us thought. I mean, there are the exceptions. Like we knew the Bills and the Chiefs were gonna hoop. Like, but overall, as a season, I don't think any of us could have expected most of this.
All right.
Because where did we put the Giants and the Jets at the beginning of the season?
I had the Jets winning a couple games. The Giants, I probably had the same way. Didn't look too good for New York football, but it does
Crazy.
now.
It's really good.
All right. Well, it's because football's so. Oh, sorry. Were you gonna say something?
No, just except for the Jets.
Oh yeah. Yeah. No, they've looked good since Zach Wilson has come back.
Yep.
With Sauce Gardner.
Sauce Gardner has looked nice. He's probably gonna win Defensive Rookie of the Year.
He's a monster.
He's a beast.
Dude is locking up Devontae Adams.
Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, because football is so boring now,
Right.
let's talk about basketball. In our what's not? Oh yeah, James is a
bro.
Laker fan, so he is very.
It's terrible, bro.
All right, I spilled my
Lakers
tea about
are-
the Steelers, so now it's your time
Bro,
with the
like
Lakers.
someone just needs to tell them stop shooting. That's all they need to do. Like stop shooting. Like we passed when we were playing the Clippers. We were up 2 points with like 2.5 minutes left, right? And I think we shot 6 for like 43 or something that night, like something crazy. And it's like, and we were up 2. It's like, bro, if we would have stopped shooting all those threes and maybe just try and drive it in a couple times, maybe we'll win. And I get it's a shooting league, but like, and then all these people too, they going around saying like, I've heard hella people trying to say LeBron's washed.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it. They're not playing like the Lakers are 0-3 or whatever, but bro, LeBron is averaging 27.3 points a game. He's averaging 11 rebounds a game. He's averaging 7.3 assists a game. This motherfucker's almost averaging a triple double. Like,
Right.
how is he washed? Please tell me. And then you got Anthony Davis isn't playing bad either. He's averaging 24 points a game. He got 8 rebounds a game. He's averaging 2 blocks a game. Almost 3 steals a game. Like, they're playing good, but then you got Westbrook doing stupid stuff. And let me tell you this. I've been the person trying to defend Westbrook this whole time. I've been on his side. But he is doing things that we can't defend anymore. Like, I feel like the way he's playing is he's playing to look at them and go, yo, trade me. Like, he's doing everything in that aspect. Because, like, you can't defend him anymore. You can't. Like, he's just doing stupid things.
Where would he go if y'all traded him?
Bro, it don't matter. I don't care.
See, here's the
The
thing.
Shanghai Sharks, I don't care, bro. I will take anyone over Westbrook. I will take a 2058 draft pick at this point. Like, I don't care who goes in his spot because, bro, he went out the other night and shot 0 for 20.
Yeah.
Dude didn't make a single field goal.
See, here's
Like-
the thing. So one to talk about your comment about how people think LeBron is washed. The reason people are saying that he is washed is because of the couple clips of him like airballing from the logo, and people have so much of a higher standard for him, even though he's at year 20. Like, I don't agree with it because, like you said, one, the stats don't lie. Two, it's LeBron James we're talking about. He's not trash. So there's that. And the other thing, with Westbrook being in LA, Like, it's never been a fit. It's never clicked, which is fine, but get rid of him because LeBron doesn't need another person who can do what LeBron does. We've seen Westbrook. We've seen what he's done on all the other teams. He's a beast. But he does a lot of what LeBron does, minus, probably LeBron, I'm pretty sure, shoots a higher percentage. But because they don't need another strong-headed driver, they need shooters, they're trying to make Westbrook what he's not. And so the quicker you guys get rid of him and the quicker you guys put some shooters on your team, it'll define the season. If y'all get shooters, I guarantee y'all start playing a lot better.
I just don't understand why y'all didn't trade for like shooters in the first place. Like,
right.
Like
I don't either.
I
don't know either.
A trade deadline, or like, and if we're trying to raise his stock up or what, but it just makes no sense. And like, I get it. It's the beginning of the season, but it's just irritating to see. And it's just irritating to see and hear people talking about LeBron because everyone knows I'm not a LeBron fan. I'm a Laker fan. I wasn't the biggest fan of LeBron coming to the Lakers.
Right.
But it's cool. Like, I'll give him his flowers, But it's crazy just to think people are saying he's washed because then you look at people like the Joker and he's averaging, like a 20, 10, and 9 or something like that. And it's like, I think that's what I saw on Instagram. And it's like, if he's averaging that and he's the back-to-back MVP and y'all are still saying he's off to a good start,
Right.
and then LeBron's washed, like LeBron's stats are blowing them out the water. So, I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's ridiculous, but
Well, like I said, I just don't understand why, like, because there's two trades that I come to mind when I think of, like, the Lakers, like, should have taken. It was the one with Utah where it would have sent Conley, Clarkson, and Bogdanovich before we traded him at the time. Send them for LA. I don't know what the Jazz would have gotten in return, but I know you guys would have.
I think it was Westbrook and THT, to be honest, and then like a pick. I think
So
that's
a guy that gave y'all 4 picks.
Yeah. I mean, we need some picks. What can I say? And then I think, yeah, right. And then I think of the one with Indiana, with the Pacers, where you should have traded for Miles Turner and Buddy Hield.
Yep, y'all should have went for that one.
I didn't want that one. I'm gonna
Why?
be honest. Because I wanted Buddy Hield. I didn't really want Miles Turner. I wanted Ty
Halliburton, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how to say his last name, but I wanted him.
That's fair.
So.
Yeah.
But I would have took it over Westbrook. Yeah.
It's just funny to me because imagine like your backcourt being Russell Westbrook and Patrick Beverly.
Right.
That's your.
The thing is like, and the one thing I will give Westbrook, and it's like, even though I'm getting him hella shit, he's playing out of his mind defense right now. He is locking people down. Well,
yeah.
Both games I watched, he locked people down.
Well, the whole Well, the whole team is it because they are currently, I believe, 3rd in defensive rating.
Yeah.
So they are getting it.
We just have to get our offense in rhythm. Like,
Yeah.
As I said, I don't know the exact stat, but I think it said we're shooting like 30 for like 120 or 150 or something.
Yeah, something really bad.
Yeah.
Like something astronomically terrible. Like a number that I didn't even think you could get to in the NBA. Like,
it's just crazy because y'all could have went for so many different people besides Westbrook. Like before it all went down, y'all could have got so many different people.
And I'll even say it like this: is screw Westbrook. This is to the whole Lakers because it's not just Westbrook shooting like this. This man Anthony Davis was wide open in the corner, and the Trailblazers looked at him and said,
"Nah, it's okay. He'll miss."
Nah, Do you know
It's
what
off
they
the side of
shooting
the
right now,
backboard.
bro? They've shot 147 threes, bro, and they've splashed maybe 30. Nah, bro. Let him do it. If he gets it, bro, we gonna give him a high five and a cookie. Like, they're encouraging us to shoot because they want to see if we can do it, bro. It's like, when you go to the fair and the people keep paying to see if you can make and you never make that bucket. That's the Lakers right now, bro.
Oh,
We can't make nothing.
I hate those.
And
Uh,
that's what-
so yeah, the Lakers are currently playing right now. They play the Denver Nuggets. They are losing by 8, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Westbrook's
they're-
not playing tonight.
They're tied in for second worst NBA record.
Well, yeah. So I was gonna say the only teams that haven't won a game yet are the Lakers, the Sacramento Kings, and the Orlando Magic. Yes, sir.
Which makes me sad. I actually wanted to see them do something.
Yeah, you had them making the play-in.
I did.
Um,
Not looking like it right now. But I mean, then again, the Celtics didn't do too great last season, and then out of nowhere, shot up and made the finals. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
anything can happen in an 82-1 game.
Except for the Lakers, apparently.
LeBron is a Laker, bro. We could do it.
LeBron is a Laker. Anything is possible. I mean, and then the only teams that haven't lost yet are the Milwaukee Bucks and the Portland Trailblazers. Yep. Damian Lillard looking like a MVP so far.
And they're playing right now, too. They're playing the Heat right now.
Yep.
The Trailblazers are up right now.
Yep. A lot of interesting teams. Obviously, I feel like for at least me and Jaden, the more shocking teams is the Utah Jazz. Starting out the season 3-1, currently playing right now against the Houston Rockets, who they lost to on Monday. But they're up currently by 5, so we will see how that plays out.
Colin Sexton is also out right now, though. He got injured.
Yeah, that's true. Colin Sexton comes off the bench, surprisingly.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, I was surprised that we put Jordan Clarkson in the starting lineup.
Bro, you know how I was feeling about that. I was like at the beginning of the season. So then when I saw the starting lineup and they started putting JC, I was hyped. I love JC.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's a starter.
Yeah, very.
I mean, Colin Sexton isn't a bad person off the bench either. Like,
No,
he brings the energy. So I mean, I would have been cool either way.
No, yeah, and I think they want to develop Colin Sexton a little bit more because obviously when Mike Conley eventually leaves the team for whatever reason, then they can make Sexton that guy.
Old age.
What the hell?
What'd you say, James?
Retirement? Dude's growing gray hair.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
He
was LeBron.
Yeah, he has been in the league since 2007.
Not everyone's LeBron, bro. That's
Not-
old.
Yeah, that is true.
You know who else has gray hairs? I saw Draymond have a lot of gray hairs in his beard.
Oh yeah, Draymond.
Dang, you're old.
On to the Lakers, y'all playing around.
Yeah, and what will that help? That will not help your shooting. It might tank it even more.
Oh, well, I'm just saying, you can tell it's gonna happen.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
not saying no, you can tell
Yeah,
it's gonna
no,
happen.
it probably is.
Yeah, but what I want to happen, I want Clay to the Lakers, and I could see it. I could see Clay leaving Golden State. I could see that.
When?
When his contract's up.
They don't got money to pay that man. The money he deserves, they don't have it to pay.
Yeah, but I also think he likes playing with Steph too much.
I don't give a damn. He also wants his bag.
I could see it, especially if at that point the Lakers get rid of Westbrook, and then they have the money for Clay. They could give it to
You gotta
him.
look at it, bro. You gotta look at it. At the end of the day, no matter how much he loves playing with Steph, he's not gonna play with Steph, making less money than Jordan Poole. He won't do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think they're gonna be able to give him a Jordan Poole contract, or more than Jordan Poole contract. We can't.
No, they won't. Especially they'll be like, well, yeah, like you did play good, but you came off those 2 injuries, and then
Right.
it's gonna be some bullshit like that.
It's all about the next, which the
Yeah.
next is Jordan Poole.
It's gonna be
The
Jordan
next is
Poole.
Kuminga.
Yep. Jordan Poole, Kuminga, Wiggins, Wiseman.
They
Yeah.
just paid Wiggins too. Yeah, so
Yeah.
they're not. It's Clay's gone, and it's it sucks to see.
Play to the Jazz.
Clay to the Lakers, baby. I think that would be cool. Like, and it's not even being a Laker fan. I don't care. Just Clay to wherever LeBron goes. I think that would be cool to see Clay and LeBron. I think that would be hella dope.
Yeah.
Um.
I think it'd be alright.
Yeah.
Cause you gotta think. I don't think he's really had like a shooter like that since Ray Allen.
Not really. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he had Kyle Korver for a couple years, but
Ray Allen, because Ray Allen was, not the best shooter near the
Right.
end of his career.
Right.
He was still good. Don't get me wrong, but he wasn't.
Yeah, he was up there,
best
but
at
he
the
wasn't what he.
Yeah,
was.
he wasn't
Yeah.
like the toss it out to Ray. He gonna splash it every time
Right.
kind of Ray Allen. But
Yeah.
you could see he's still going 50%. I'll guarantee you that he's still going 50%.
he had J.R. Smith.
I love Jr. But depend if he came drunk or not. If he came drunk, he was splashing.
At least for me, I guess besides the Jazz, a couple of the teams that have been kind of, I wouldn't say shocking because I had them obviously making the playoffs, and doing all that. I'll give the Boston Celtics their flowers. I said in the last podcast that I didn't think they were going to do as well this season. I didn't think they were going to go back to the finals, because I know Jaden said that they have a shot of going back to the finals. I didn't see it. But I mean, they're playing really good. Jason Tatum is playing really good. If it wasn't for Damian Lillard, I would probably have him as my MVP.
Bro, I'm telling you, he wants the MVP. Well, he wants the finals more than that. But I was saying, JT, he's about to prove something this year. And so far, he's done it, and I hope he continues.
He has nothing to prove. The only thing he has to prove is in the finals.
Well,
That's all I have to see. I've known Jason, and I feel like
but I mean, at an MVP standpoint, because I don't think he was MVP last year. Like, I don't think he was a top 3 candidate.
Yeah, he wasn't, but I mean, he's.
Well, that's what I mean. When I say like he has something to prove, it's making talks of top 2, top 3 MVP, if not 1 by the end of the season. Like, that's what I mean when I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand.
He's got something to prove.
Yeah, I understand that. But if you're coming off of a finals loss, like, you got to prove that, like the regular season you
MVP
could do that whatever,
MVP.
But you got to do that shit in the finals.
Right.
Jason Tatum choked in the finals, so he needs to show that he can do that, like, in the finals.
You're right. I agree. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say it like this: the Boston Celtics had a better overall team than the Golden State Warriors last year. But the reason that they didn't win is because the Golden State Warriors had 1, better coaching, and 2, all their players played better. They didn't play up to, like, none of the players on the Boston Celtics really played up to what they should have. Jason Tatum played like shit. Like, the first 2 games, he got dog walked.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, that's what I want to see. I don't want to see him win MVP. I like Jason Tatum. I want to see him come and win a championship. That's what it's about.
Well, yeah.
So until I see that, I feel like that's what he has to prove. Because even if he wins MVP this year, I feel like it doesn't help his case out.
For what?
For anything. He still didn't win the championship. That's what's gonna hold him back. He needs to get that chip. That's what's gonna hold him back from being in a talk of one of the greats in the game right now, of one of the top players in the league right now, is gonna be that ring.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it. Giannis was never considered the best in the league until he got that ring, because that kept holding him back.
So why is Luka considered one of the best?
He's when have I ever said Luka's considered one of the best? I never have.
We did our top 10.
And I have him, and I also have him in the top 10, but he's not in the top 5. To be top 5, you gotta have that ring.
I guess.
No, yeah, because you can perform like all you want, do all this stuff, but like you gotta perform where it matters, and then you gotta win. Like, notice how like all of my, well, I guess besides Embiid, all of the people that I had in my top 5 were champions.
Because you got to think, you go to NFL real quick, right? Aaron Rodgers
Right.
got how many MVPs
Mm-hmm.
and how many Super Bowls? That's the
Yeah.
difference. Like, and that it's the same thing with the NBA. Like, yeah, it's cool to have the MVPs. Like, yeah, that shows how you did in that year. But it's like Westbrook. Westbrook ain't got no rings. Ain't nobody
Right.
looking at Westbrook like that. Not even when he was leaving OKC at the top of his game. Nobody was looking at Westbrook like that.
What, as a top 5 player
Yes.
in the league? Do you
Oh,
mean
Yeah.
the
in the
person
league now.
you guys did not have Westbrook as a top 5 player in the league when he averaged a triple double?
No.
You're
I
insane for
had him
that.
as the MVP, but no, I did not have him as top 5 player.
That's
I didn't even
crazy.
have him as the MVP. I had James Harden as the MVP that season.
Exactly, and it was arguable of his MVP year.
I've had him in the top 5 point guards.
The only reason he won MVP that year is because history was broken. If that history was not broken,
Not
he would
even
not have won MVP
not
that year.
even that, like the story of like Westbrook doing this big thing after KD left to the Warriors.
It was a whole big fairy tale story. That's why he won MVP that year. He was not a top 5 player that year, bro. Go back and look. He wasn't.
Okay.
I'll give him his flowers. He had a great season. I'll give him it.
Yeah.
The MVP is cool, yeah, because he was second in MVP votes, in my opinion. I actually third. I'm gonna be honest, because I don't think Harden should have won it either. I think LeBron should have won it, but you know,
Like I said, I would have put him in my top 5 point guards, but like
oh yeah,
I couldn't
definitely.
put him over like Steph Curry and
Steph
like
Curry was at the top of his game.
yeah, Kyrie at the time.
Kyrie, LeBron, Giannis was on. That was his big rise. Embiid, nah.
I don't know. I don't think you necessarily need a ring to be a top 5 player.
Well,
I
yeah,
don't
you
think
don't
that
need a ring, but like it helps
because
your case.
I mean,
But I'm
kind
saying like
of
no one's questioned
to
Jason
an
Tatum's
extent.
greatness.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. And so what he has to prove this year is nothing with an MVP. He has to prove that he can do it when it matters.
Yeah, because
And
especially
all
with the Celtics' history of getting to the conference finals so many times and then losing in the conference finals, and then finally getting over that hump, and just to lose in the finals again. You got to show that you can get there and also win it. In
it's the
my
same way you guys said like the Pittsburgh Steelers are a reload team. It's how the Celtics are supposed to be. They're supposed to be a reload team. You know, they're supposed to be right back in there. That's why they have the most championships for a reason. You know, so I
Yeah.
don't know. I love Jason Tatum. I do. I think he's a great player. Jaylen Brown. I think he's great, but I think it's more about they need to get that chip. That's what they got to prove. It's not no individual awards. It's really
yeah,
what they need to do yet.
Well, I mean,
it it.
I was just saying that's one thing he, will prove that, you know,
I mean,
it's just
if
season. Like it, because if you're, I mean, you don't have to necessarily shoot to be the MVP of the league to like really prove anything. But if you're trying to like, if your goal is to be at that level, more is gonna come from off of that. That's your peak. That's when you're trying your hardest. When you try to go for those standards to MVP standards, you're bound to do more than just those standards. You're bound to win. So I mean,
Yeah,
yeah,
but you can look at it both ways because you could look at it and you could win, but then you could look at it like Westbrook. Like even though they were winning, they weren't a dangerous team.
they were the 6th seed.
Yeah, even though he had all those stats and things like that, and he had MVP, because he was in that MVP mindset. Granted, I always say to defend him, he didn't have nobody that year, but he took it all into his hands. You know, he started doing all this shit, things like that. So when you start trying to perform at the MVP level, to sometimes it, not saying all the time, but sometimes it takes away from the winning aspect there, or the strength of what your team could really be because you're kind of trying to take all the glory instead of just trying to get that chip.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
why I'm saying he should focus because that was the Celtics struggle last season at the beginning. Is I feel like Jason Tatum was too focused on trying to come and prove himself and prove who he is, and that's when Marcus Smart came and called him out and was like, "Yo, y'all got to stop being selfish. We need to start passing the ball. We need to start doing this. We need to start doing that." And that's when they started to get really good. I
right.
don't think Jason Tatum should necessarily ever care about an MVP as long as his team is really going because I feel like that's what was destroying the team last year.
Well, that and an injured Robert Williams that didn't really help.
No, I
He's
mean they were doing
he's
fine with him.
still injured.
Yeah, dude, they
Exactly.
need to stop worrying about him. He's not going to be in the league for very long. He has maybe a year and a half.
I mean, he's a good asset when he's
He
not
he's
hurt.
he's a monster.
Right.
Don't get me wrong. He just can't stay healthy.
Yeah.
And if you can't stay healthy, ain't no team is going to keep taking shots on you, bro.
I mean,
Look at
depends.
Isaiah Thomas.
Well, okay, look at Anthony Davis.
And Anthony Davis is different. Anthony Davis comes back
Why?
because he comes back and goes to an all-star level. That's the
When
difference.
Robert Williams balls out.
Maybe he's not an all-star though, and don't ever try and say he's close to Anthony Davis. Please don't.
I'm not saying he is. I'm not
Exactly,
saying he
that's
is.
the difference. Anthony Davis comes back and he's an all-star after his
Eh,
injury.
I
Robert
think.
Williams comes and makes an impact, but he's not.
I mean, I don't think a year and a half left in the league. I
I
think
mean,
that's
he has
crazy.
not had a good track record at all with his health.
I
He
still don't
literally
see
is
him in a year
injured.
and a
He'll
half.
be out for like 2 months.
Mhm.
Then he'll come back for maybe 3 games, and that's being very generous to him. And then he'll get injured again.
I mean, I don't think a year and a half and he's out of the league.
Mm, I wouldn't be surprised, bro. I wouldn't be surprised.
All right. And any teams that have shocked y'all so far in this week?
Look at the standings real quick.
I was gonna say I have kind of one more while you look. The Cavs have been really nice too. I've been saying the Cavs have been nice since they got Mitchell, and even before they got Mitchell, they looked nice last season. But yeah, Mitchell has stepped up his game, showing that he doesn't need Gobert. Been pretty all right defensively. Offensively, yeah, he's been a beast. He's been Garland went down in the first game of the season, and Mitchell is, I believe, he's averaging like 31 like points
He's
per game
hooping.
or something like that. He's hooping,
He's,
hooping.
that's good.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
no, I gotta give him his flowers because yeah, I talked to y'all about it. I didn't know how Mitchell was gonna be, so I'll give him the respect. He's hooping, straight hooping. Yeah, I mean I got a couple, not really like
it could,
too crazy, but I mean like you look at the Knicks, they're 3-1, they're the sixth seed right now. Um, the Nets and the Sixers. Right now they're trash. Nets 1-3, Sixers 1-4. I mean, even the Heat are down bad right now, 1-3. So, obviously they need to, uh, and like it's beginning of the season, so anything is possible. But start figuring it out now. The Pelicans 3-1. Um,
You going down the whole list.
I know, I'm good now.
well,
He didn't even let me get to talk about the Nets.
oh, sorry.
Uh,
I was just going through, I was just gonna say like, oh, this is crazy. This anyway.
well, I was gonna say the only thing for the Nets, I haven't watched too many. I only watched really one game of the Nets
Mhm.
this upcoming season, but uh, just Ben Simmons needs to stop fouling people out,
But you
or
also
fouling
gotta
out.
think like we look at the Nets, right? And we look at like, oh yeah, they are 1-3. That's
Mhm.
tough. But you break it down and you look at their schedule and it's like it's a justifiable 1-3, right? Their one win is against the Raptors. Okay? Their 3 losses are the Pelicans, the Grizzlies, and the Bucks.
Yeah,
Okay?
pretty all
Those are
solid teams,
three solid teams. You
playoff
know what I'm
teams.
saying? So
Right.
it's like we talk about them and it's like, oh, like what about the Nets? Like, this is a shit start, but it's like, is it so bad of a start? You know, like,
Yes.
yeah, they haven't pulled off through these games, but it's not like they're losing to like the Magic and to the Kings and, you know, teams like that. You know, they're losing to some good teams. The Bucks, who were favored probably to win the whole entire East. The Grizzlies, who were just the number one seed last year in the West. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't know. When I look at the Nets, like, they had a game the other night where both it was against the Grizzlies. Both KD and Kyrie dropped 37.
Yep.
Like, they're not playing bad.
Right. But here's the thing. So I'm looking at the box score right now for that game.
Mhm.
There are 3 people that hooped for the Nets, and that is Katie and Kyrie, and
Mhm.
Claxton with 16. Where's everyone else?
And even I'm looking at the game tonight where they faced Milwaukee. Only 3 people are in double digits, where it's KD and Kyrie, and then Royce O'Neal has 12 points. Everyone else has single digits.
Right. So it's like, yeah, they lost to playoff teams, but
Everybody else got to step
no,
up.
right? Like
But you guys
nobody's
say
they
that, and
and they barely beat the Raptors. They
okay,
lost by 4.
but we say this, and you turn around, and you look at the 3-0 Milwaukee Bucks that beat them. Giannis dropped 43, right?
Mhm.
Drew Holiday had 15. Bobby Portis had 20, and then nobody else was in double digits. So we talk about 3 people being in double digits on the Nets, but 3 people are double digits on the Bucks, and they're 3-0, and we're still having them as one of the best teams in the league. Again, I think it just basically comes down to people are wanting to look at the Nets and not wanting them to succeed. Like, yeah, they are 1-3, but of course they're gonna have rough patches. It is what it is.
Let's
But
look at the
But
Raptors game.
but the difference
Here's
between the Bucks like in the Nets is like Giannis's supporting cast is actually doing so. Every night you know that KD and Kyrie is going to do something, but
but you have to
no one
say,
else
like,
is going to step up.
they lost by 11 points. Giannis scored 10 more points than KD.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? So if KD would have closed in that 10 points and just kept up with Giannis, it would have been a fair game. Literally their teams would have looked identical. So you can't say Giannis has a supporting cast and KD and Kyrie don't, because that team is performing the same way against the Nets that the Nets perform.
Well,
It's not
you also got to
like
remember Chris Middleton is also out.
right.
Yeah.
What do you mean? And that's his
and
start. That's his Kyrie basically.
okay, so nobody else is gonna do nothing. So you're saying
No, Bobby
okay,
Portis dropped 20 points.
Right.
Drew Holiday.
Drew Holiday had
That's
15
gonna
points, yes, but he's
have-
more of the defensive guy.
Right.
Okay, so then they're only gonna rely on those.
Well, no, I'll agree. Like Grayson Allen should have scored more. If he's in the starting lineup and you're shooting guard, then he should score more. Who else do they have? George Hill as a backup point guard. Yeah, probably needs to score more.
Like my thing is, y'all were on me for saying that the Nets are whatever. And I'm still, obviously, still beginning of the season, but I'm still sticking by it because what are they doing? Like, they beat the Raptors by 4. The Raptors. Both y'all said that the Raptors, would be out they wouldn't make the plans or they'd make the plans and leave? I don't remember exactly. But then I'm looking at it. Where is everyone? Katie and Kyrie hooped, but where is everyone?
So we're talking about the 1-3 Nets, right? They're losing to the Raptors, but you also realize that the Miami Heat, right, who everyone's saying is going to be scary, they're 1-3 as well.
Yeah.
And they've won against the Raptors, but they've also lost against the Raptors.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's your point?
I've never said. Yeah, I've said that he have
we-
gotten not as good.
why
So
are we so focused on just the 1-3 Nets of saying like of how they're so terrible? But there's literally their cast is doing the same. They're just at a rough start.
I didn't say that they were doing terrible. I was going down the list and said what was shocking. Look at the Sixers. They're not doing good either. But why I'm making this more so is because my statement is still standing. What are they doing? Where's the help? You have You're supposed to have a big three in KD, Kyrie, and Simmons. Where's Simmons? Fouling out.
Hmm.
Well,
Where's your
Simmons is
support?
yeah. Well, Simmons isn't supposed to score. Like I've said, he's mostly there for the defensive side.
Right.
Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving do all the scoring, and then Ben Simmons guard, do a couple layups here and there. Yada yada yada.
Right.
I'm talking more so of like the people like that are supposed to score, like Patty Mills, Joe Harris,
Right.
like all of
No,
those people.
I agree. But when you bring in these people and you're still barely getting by or losing, why am I supposed to think they're great? Why am I supposed to think that they are a contender? Like, that's what I've been like. Yeah, they have two of the best players in the league, hands down. Kyrie, KD, hands down. But if you don't have help, the Brooklyn Nets aren't scary.
But I think that comes with every team.
Yeah.
And if you want the honest opinion, then we have to really talk about how the Milwaukee Bucks are really not looking like a championship team then. If we're talking about supporting cast and not performing, because as I said, their supporting cast performed the same way. The only difference is Giannis dropped the 43 and KD dropped the 33.
Right.
That's the only difference. Giannis is having to go bust his ass even more. So it doesn't come down to the supporting cast. It just comes down to this is a new starting lineup, right? Ben Simmons is playing basketball for the first time in a year,
Over here, yeah.
Yep.
over a year, and he's having to get and we talk about this big three, right? Of
Mhm.
KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons,
Right.
but I don't know if you noticed, two of those three are point guards. So they're also having to figure out how to run the ball through that.
Okay, but first of which, yeah, Ben is considered a point guard, and that's cool and all. So why isn't he being a point guard where he's barely scoring? That's one. Two, he's barely getting any assists. I'll give him the game against the Raptors. He had 8. I'll give him that. Um, and Ben Simmons didn't do terrible that game. He played pretty solid, and I'll give him his props when it's due. But if you're gonna say that he's a point guard, then that means Kyrie is gonna go to the shooting guard, right? Just respectively. If you run it through Ben, then you're gonna put Kyrie at the 2. What does Kyrie do? Hoop.
Mm-hmm.
So if that's cool with everyone, then make Ben your point guard, have him run the offense, because Kyrie will put in the work on anybody. He can shoot consistently, so keep him the 2 and stop fouling. But you're not doing that. So yeah, you have 2 point guards, but they're 2 very different skill set point guards. Because Kyrie can shoot, Ben can't.
Yeah.
So there's an extra struggle.
Yeah, no, and as I said, they're going through their struggles, but I think to say that this team isn't, and as I said back when we talked about it the first time, to say this team isn't dangerous and to really be putting the heat on them for being 1-3 and their supporting cast not doing nothing, they don't look bad for being a 1-3 team. As I said, the teams they lost to, it wasn't like they were nobody teams. It's not like they got,
Right.
and in all these games, they're not getting, they're not really getting mopped like that. Like they
Right.
lost, I mean, against the Pelicans, they low key got wrecked by the Pelicans, but they only lost by 10 against the Grizzlies, and
Hmm.
they only lost by 11 against the Bucks. So I don't know.
I'm
I,
look like when I was going through this, I wasn't calling nobody out. I was saying what the topic was, hey, what is shocking? Like what stands out to you on the NBA season? And I named off the people because the Nets should be better than that. Like
but I don't know, because if you look at anybody who knew basketball, if you look at these first couple games, I would most likely have them at 1-3. Like I don't know anybody who thought they was gonna win most of these games at the start.
Well, I
They had a
mean,
very difficult
They
beginning.
but if you have Katie and Kyrie, you should expect them to win those games.
I expect them to win at least one, and they did. They won at least one. They didn't start the season having the best of all time and a also very great center and start 0-3. They didn't do that. So, you know, I'm gonna give them their credit. They don't look terrible. I've seen
they
teams that look worse.
right,
So,
but I still until they figure something out with everyone, the only ones that are doing it on a consistent basis are Katie and Kyrie. You can count Claxton because he's been pretty consistent, but you need to figure something out on your team. Why is Ben fouling as much as he is? I don't care if he
well,
hasn't been
you gotta
playing
think
for over a year. Why are you fouling so much?
one of the games he shouldn't have even got that foul called on.
What the
The Grizzlies
one
one,
John
yeah.
Morant
Yeah, the
one? Yeah.
Grizzlies one. He
Okay,
shouldn't have
so
got the foul.
exclude that one.
So,
He
but
has
yeah,
all these fouls.
He has
Like
more fouls than points.
that's not good. Let alone dangerous. Like figure something out. Like if they're a good team, fantastic. That's great. Good for them. But as of right now, they're still not dangerous. I I don't see it. I see KD and Kyrie Hoopers, like I said, some of the best in our league, but they're not dangerous. That's what I think.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Right.
I had the Nets being kind of like my second pick to go to the finals. So I expect them to figure it out because yeah, they have the pieces. Patty Mills is solid. Joe Harris is solid when he can actually shoot the ball. Claxton's a pretty good center. Royce O'Neal is a very underrated defender. Um,
See, because I have the Nets right now as coming out on in the fourth seed. I don't think that they're trash. I think they need to work on a lot of things, though. I don't think they're dangerous, but I still have them as the fourth seed. Like, I don't see them winning a finals anytime soon, honestly. Like,
no, they're not, and I'm not gonna say, and it's just you need to word it different then, because the way
what
you're
do you mean?
making it seem, because when you're saying that they're not dangerous, you're making it seem like that they're not making the playoffs. A fourth seed, that's kind of fucking dangerous, bro.
Not
Like
really.
I've not been walking around saying, "Yo, the Nets are winning the finals, bro. Nets are taking it, KD gang." Like, no, obviously we know they're not taking the finals, but they're gonna be a team that is one of the top in the East, and they're not gonna be the best, but they will be. Yo, hey, we're the Nets. That's what my point is. You can't say that they're trash and they're nothing when you
Well,
have KD and Kyrie. That's kind of what I'm
calm
saying.
down because that's going a whole nother level. I
That's
didn't say
that's
that.
but
I
that's
said
kind
they
of
need
how
to.
it
I
comes
said
across every
no, no,
time you
no.
say they're
How it
not.
came, James. No, that's how it comes across to only you because what
No,
I
that's how it
said
comes
it
out.
come no it comes across as the Nets need to work on things. Ben shouldn't be
I'm
fouling
saying
as
I'm not
much.
saying this time. I'm saying the very first time in what your statement has
Oh,
been is the Nets are not dangerous.
even
I'm not
then, no, because they're.
Nets are not dangerous. I'm saying that makes it sound like
But
you even have them as a playoff team or a bottom playoff team.
here,
You had them as the fourth. That
here's the
is
thing,
the
though.
middle, bro. That is the top half of the
Just
middle.
doesn't in the league it does not matter about seeding anymore in my opinion. It really doesn't because I'll tell you my list right now from I'll go 1 to 8, I guess. I have Celtics, Bucks. Oh, I have them third.
Bro, you
Celtics,
have them
Bucks,
third
Nets,
and no.
Heat,
Stop the
Sixers.
list,
No,
bro. You
listen.
can't have them
I'm
third and say they're not dangerous, bro.
I
You
can.
have them third.
I can. Because here's
Third.
can I finish my argument about how seeding doesn't matter anymore? Thank you. Celtics, Bucks, Nets, Heat, Sixers, Bulls, Cavs, Hawks, right? The only ones that aren't beating the Nets like that I think will not beat them if they were to go head to head, the Hawks. That's the only one I can guarantee they probably will not win. The Hawks will not beat the Nets.
And that's crazy because the Hawks could beat the Nets. I think out of all those teams, I don't think the Bulls can beat the Nets.
Okay,
I don't think the Bulls
cool,
match up well
cool,
against the Nets at all.
cool. So to still go along with my point, so one team cannot beat the Nets, and I have the Nets or the Bulls. What is that? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Bulls at 6. So anybody under the Nets, besides one team, you said could beat the Nets. They have the potential to beat the Nets. So why does that make the Nets dangerous? Because of KD and Kyrie.
Well,
And that's why they will be a third seed. At least my prediction is why I think they could make it that high is because of KD and Kyrie. Until I thought their supporting would do a lot better off bat.
If we're
But
talking about KD and Kyrie, right, and
Mhm.
you're saying how you think that this team is going to be able to carry them
Mhm.
to a third seed, right?
yeah,
But you're still saying they're not dangerous. I want to make that clear to
Mhm.
everyone. Not dangerous,
yep,
right? But
not
third,
dangerous.
third seed, right?
KD and Kyrie are, or
Yeah.
sorry, the
So
Nets are not dangerous.
you think, right, with
Mhm.
the way your standings are, you have them as third, so who's your
Yeah.
sixth seed?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Bulls.
The Bulls. Okay,
Mhm.
so that doesn't match up well at all, right? So
Sure.
if your playoff prediction comes true, right, that's the matchup.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Yeah.
you're telling me you think that the Bulls will be able to win a best of 7, not just one game, best of
Correct.
7 against KD, Kyrie, and the Brooklyn Nets? I don't think they will.
They have the potential, yeah.
I don't think they do.
But
I
why?
don't. I think there are teams in the East. I definitely do, but with the way your standings are, I don't think that team would be able to beat them.
But okay, so
I think
let's
there
run with
are
the scenario. Let's
teams.
real quick. Let's run with the scenario right now. Why wouldn't the Bulls be able to beat the Nets?
I just don't think they match up well. You're wanting me to believe DeMar DeRozan is going to lead this team with Zach LaVine, and that's about it.
But
Because
so
their
why?
supporting cast is kind of the same. And I don't know. I believe in Kyrie and Kyrie or Kyrie and KD more than Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan.
well, real quick,
That that's
Jaden,
cool. Yeah.
what do you define as a dangerous team?
A team that knows what they're doing.
I
Like
mean,
because you have both heard that I'm not criticizing KD and Kyrie one on one. I'm saying that, all that. I'm saying the Brooklyn Nets as a whole aren't scary. There are two players out of an entire team that are scary. When I look at the Bucks, I see a well put together team. I see more people that are able to do a lot more and help the team win more than the Nets.
but the big thing that keeps being said about the Bucks is Giannis doesn't have Chris Middleton, so we only look at those two as the big stars. Nobody mentions Drew Holiday. We're mentioning Giannis and Chris Middleton on how he can't do it without Chris Middleton. But for some reason, when another team only got two people and the second person is better than Giannis' second person, somehow that team is still a dangerous team, but the Nets aren't. That's not making any
So
sense. I get they might not be the best right now, but you can't say they're not a dangerous team.
I
They
can.
have the. You can't.
Yes, I can.
You can't.
Because here's
Like
the thing.
it's
Here,
crazy.
it comes down to this. We all know basketball is a team sport. So if your team, sure, like maybe one or two or three couple players, kind of slack down a little bit, but when it's the entire team and only two, maybe a third person that are doing something,
That was literally
that
the
doesn't
Bucks.
look good. Cool. Okay, what do you want me to say? I think that the Bucks, that their supporting crew are doing better Then Brooklyn Nets
How? Because they
supporting
did
crew.
the same thing. Giannis just did better than KD. That's what I'm trying to express to you. The supporting cast were identical. You can't say it's the supporting cast when they're identical. Like when I tell you they are pretty, like damn near spick and span the exact same thing. The only difference is Giannis played better than KD. That's all it came down to. Literally. KD had 33, the second best was 27. Right? Giannis had 43, second best was 20. So there you go. Second person on Brooklyn's already doing better than
Okay.
Giannis' second person.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? And then we
Correct.
have the third best person at 12, Royce O'Neal, right? The third best person was 15, Drew Holiday, right? So about a
Okay.
3-point difference, right? And then the
Mm-hmm.
fourth best person was 9 points, right? The next best person on them was 8 points. Do you see what I'm saying? They're identical. Giannis just played better than KD. That's all it is. So don't say the supporting cast. You can't say that the Bucks are dangerous. That's my point I'm trying to get across. Is you can't say that the Brooklyn Nets aren't scary because they don't have a supporting cast when they're doing the same exact thing as this championship caliber team.
One sec, because I just want to look at
Like
something.
I'm literally looking at the exact box score right now.
Oh no.
Like that's my point. All I'm trying to say is I get it. The Brooklyn Nets are not having the best start. Yes, they definitely need to get things together. But
All
you
right.
can't say that they are not a dangerous team because they don't have a supporting cast that's going to show up. When the Milwaukee Bucks that are 3-0 just had a supporting cast tonight that did not show up against the team that you were talking about. Like literally had the exact same stats.
I think you got him, James.
And even against the Rockets, you ready for this? Even against the Rockets,
Yeah, let's
the
run through it.
trash ass Rockets,
Mhm.
Giannis had 44,
Yep.
Drew Holiday had 19,
19.
Grayson Allen had 11, and then Bobby Portis had 13. Other than that, not a single person had over double digits.
Right.
We have their starting point guard had 0 points. Their other starting point guard, Carter, had 0 points. Brooke Lopez had 9. No, they had multiple people on the bench have 0 points. Nobody else had over double digits. So you're saying 4 people had double digits, but again, Giannis scored 44. That's my point. Giannis is out here dropping 40 and 50 points. That's how they're winning. He doesn't have a good supporting cast.
So he has 4 people at least in double digits.
4 in
Okay.
that game.
Okay. Now the first game when they I can't really help their case when it comes to the Sixers. It seemed like everybody sucked, stat wise at least. And then your Brooklyn game, right? So against that team, you are correct. I'll admit that.
That's what
Stat
I'm saying.
wise,
Like, and like I get it. Like they're not having the best season. They're not having the best
and
start.
like I'm not even like when I was saying these things, I wasn't criticizing them, saying like, "Oh yeah, they suck." Like,
Because you look at their first
ha,
game, like
Brooklyn.
their first game of the season against the Pelicans, they had 5 people in double digits. The Brooklyn Nets had 5 people in double digits.
That's a game they should have won, in my opinion.
Exactly. It was 108 to 130. And like, yeah, granted, not everyone played the best, but they had 5 people in double digits. You know, people were playing good, and that's the thing. Their supporting cast is good. If it, you know, they're having a rocky start right now, but to say that they're not a scary team, to say that they're not, they can't be a championship contender, and that they're not looking like a championship contender. But then we look at Milwaukee, and we're saying, oh, they're a championship contender. There they are, Milwaukee coming through the East. But in reality, they're just getting the wins. But the stat wise, they're looking the identical to Brooklyn. Brooklyn just can't figure out how to get those 2 to 3 extra points, and that's all they really need to figure out is how to get those 2 to 3 extra little points to put them over that hump to
Well,
really get that
so
run going.
here's another thing about Brooklyn. One, it's always going to be the Ben Simmons thing. That's going to hurt your team if he continues to be like this. It just will. Um, I had another point, but I don't remember it. But even then, like everybody's always been hyping up the Nets for having a big three, and then Harden and Ben switched, and then like Ben's finally playing again. He's going to hoop. We're gonna see Ben come back. He's going to.
But I mean, even when you look at him, like granted, I'm not gonna hype up Ben at all. But you look at his
Please don't.
stats, he's tied eighth in the NBA in assists. Okay. He's tied 11th in rebounds. Right? So in that aspect, he's not playing the worst. Granted, he's not scoring. I get that. He's fouling out a lot. I get that. But like when it comes to that aspect, he's doing a little something. He is. And he does need to play better. And I think with time, but as I said, I think he's really trying to find his role in it. I think he's really trying to find his place. Um I mean, it's his first year back, as I said, in how long? And it's with a whole new team, whole
Right.
new city. So,
See, I think the reason why I don't think they're scary is because, in my opinion, they only have KD and Kyrie. And
but
we
that's
could
if
we
you
could
really
hold on.
only look.
We could say that about the Bucks, and we could say that really about a lot of teams, honestly.
But that's only if you look at it from like a basic person standpoint. Like if you're an actual NBA fan and you look at the roster, they're not. It's not just Katie and Kyrie. They have some solid people. Patty Mills is no scrub. He's
I
not.
know.
Patty Mills is a beast. Claxton, he's young. Royce O'Neal. Come on, boy, you know about him.
Yeah, and I know that he's not consistently scoring. That's
I mean,
no, I know that. I know that he doesn't consistently score. He'll have his games,
wasn't he like one of the best 3-point shooters like 2 years ago?
maybe because he only shot 3.
That's
He-
all they need him to
But
shoot, bro.
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
We've been talking about double digits, 3 threes and one
If
free throw. That's 10.
Here's the thing. Brooklyn right now is not consistent. Nobody is consistent except Kyrie and KD. If they were to fix some consistency, sure, Patty Mills had a 10-point game. He hit double digits. But then where'd he go? Right? You might be able to do something here and you might be able to do something there. But if that's a majority of your team, that's a big problem. You need more than just the two people to be consistent.
Yeah, I
I
get
see.
that.
I can see, sorry, not Brooklyn. Milwaukee with a little bit more consistency
But I don't know how. Because if you look at
because
Brooklyn at least has, they might not be playing the best right now, but they
right.
technically have more people on their roster who've proven to be consistently good. Where you can't say the same thing over there for Milwaukee.
I'm not talking. I'm not
Outside of the
talking as
very
a. I don't. I'm not talking as a whole NBA player. I'm not talking about their whole
No, but
entire
I'm saying
career.
we're talking about consistency, right?
Right.
And we're saying how you have more faith in Milwaukee becoming more consistent than them. I can't say that because the people who are on the Nets, I've personally seen they've been consistent before. They've proven to me. I can't say the people on Milwaukee really have. The people who are being consistent on Milwaukee have proven, and they continue to prove it. But who do the Bucks really got outside of the stars and people that are missing? Who the Bucks really got?
Who are you considering as stars?
I'm gonna consider. I'll keep Brook Lopez as a star, even though he's not a star,
Okay.
because he's a veteran. But I have Brook Lopez. I have Giannis. I'll have Drew, and I'll have Middleton.
So you said Middleton, Giannis, Drew,
Hmm.
Lopez.
Yep. And I already know you're gonna say Bobby Portis.
You
Big
can't
eyed.
say that. You can't say that he hasn't been.
Yeah, I
Solid.
know. Fucking bug-eyed. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
been good.
Okay. Pat
Who else?
Connaughton, George Hill. You're telling me George Hill hasn't proven nothing?
I mean, you want to talk about consistency. He's the fucking main guy for inconsistency. If you want to keep it a buck.
All
That is
right.
true.
Even then, we'll take
That
him
man
out.
is more inconsistent than anyone I've ever seen. So we
Okay.
talking about inconsistency, and they have the king of it.
Okay. Wesley Matthews. What would you say about that? I'd say he's averagely consistent.
I'd say the same thing.
Consistent
It's
enough.
that
Yeah, no, he's inconsistent.
he's very
Debatable.
inconsistent, bro. You didn't
Debatable.
watch them on the Lakers then, because
Yeah,
let me
no, I
tell you
didn't. To
something,
be
boy.
honest, no, I
Yeah,
didn't.
exactly. He's
Joe Ingles.
inconsistent.
He's hurt right
Joe
now.
Ingles, he's hurt and maybe inconsistent. I don't know. You
No, he's
can't
pretty
you
consistent.
cannot
He's
you
pretty.
can't say because when he
Okay,
was on the Jazz, yes, he was
so not.
consistent.
Okay,
I'll
okay,
give it,
okay, okay. So
but I don't know on the
for,
Bucks.
when does? By the way, side comment. Do we know when Joe comes back?
I
Is
don't
he
know.
playing this season?
He should be. From what
Because
it looks,
I wanna see him play.
from what it looks like, he's all like pretty much ready to go. They're probably just
They
because
shit
he's
on
a
him.
little bit older. He's probably just making sure everything's good. But I'm sure he'll be back definitely
I
before playoff time, probably before All Star break.
So the last two I'll say are Serge and Grayson.
Ibaka,
Yeah.
not on the Bucks. I wouldn't say. I'll give you Grayson though.
Okay, so you have at least some consistency off the main known names that a good majority of people should know. You have some
Okay.
consistency.
And it's the same exact thing on the Nets, if not more consistent.
Let me look at the Nets.
Because you look at so you got KD, consistent.
Right.
Royce O'Neal.
Take
You
out the
guys-
stars. Take out your stars.
So then you have Joe Harris, or do you have Claxton as a star or Joe Harris?
Am I choosing 4 stars to choose from? Like,
Well, just
Well,
who
yeah,
do you consider
to
a
be fair,
star on the
a
Brooklyn
star?
Nets?
Consider a star on the fucking Nets. That's my first one.
so Katie, Kyrie.
Mhm.
Do you consider Simmons as a star?
I'll consider him as a star just because what he has proven. I'm not disrespecting that. So what he has proven, he's considered a star. I'm gonna consider Seth a star.
Seth Curry.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So then you have Claxton, who's consistent.
Okay.
Patty Mills. You have Joe Harris, who's proven to
Patty
be
Mills is 50-50.
since when?
Last year he was pretty consistent.
Pretty consistent. When he was back in it older, he was pretty consistent. This is his first year where he hasn't started
Okay.
off. He's been consistent his whole career.
Okay.
And then you have Joe Harris,
Okay.
who's consistent.
Mhm.
I think Royce O'Neal,
No.
he's
He has his games.
doing what he needs to do.
If you're looking at a scores standpoint, no. But if just overall his role on the team, then yeah, I consider him consistent. Even with the Jazz, he's not gonna, because we all know he's not gonna score 25 points a game or whatever. He's gonna shoot a couple of threes and he's gonna defend the best player on the other team.
So he's consistent. So I mean, we look at them and they have a lot of consistent. I don't know any of these other fucking people. I'm gonna keep it high. I don't even want to say his Hey, I didn't even want to try and say his last name because Watanabe.
Oh, Watanabe?
Yeah,
Yeah. He's
he
not
went to
consistent.
Washington. Yeah, he plays 6 minutes a game. I hope.
Yeah, he's not consistent.
And then the other dude plays 3 minutes a game, so I hope he's not consistent either. And then Darren Sharp. I don't know. He's only played 35 games in his entire career, so I'm not gonna say consistent, but I'm not gonna say
So-
inconsistent. Too early to
Okay.
tell. So you look at it and it's like they don't. They don't.
They're
look bad.
pretty much the same team.
My point exactly.
That's fair.
what I've been trying to say this
You've
whole
proven
time.
your point, and I can accept that.
So my thing is,
But
if
I'm not
we're-
going to
if we're
accept that
saying-
the Nets are
if we're
dangerous.
saying- if we're saying, and I'm not saying you need to say that they're dangerous, just you can't say that they're not dangerous, because if we're looking at one team and we're calling them dangerous, and then we're looking at an identical team and we're saying, but that's not dangerous, that makes no sense. It's like looking at twins and saying you're cute, but you're not cute. Like, bitch, what? Like,
Then,
what do you mean?
then here we go. The Milwaukee Bucks are not dangerous.
Oh my god. You can't say that they're not dangerous though.
You can't say that the Milwaukee.
I'll be
Yeah.
consistent.
Jaden's thing is that if they don't win a championship, they're whatever to them.
No,
Unless they're the Boston Celtics.
no.
But the thing
That's
is
not
my
true.
question is we talk about the Nets, and I get it. The Nets went and got KD and Kyrie, and we talk
Yeah,
about them not being dangerous. But you consistently want to look at this Celtics team, who they've had pretty much the same core, yet they're never getting it done. But they're somehow dangerous.
I mean, they at least made the finals.
I
Finally.
mean, yeah,
Still
finally,
made it.
But after how many years?
Okay, but so you have KD and Kyrie, two arguably top 10, right? You're not going to say that about both JT and Jaylen Brown. We both know that because we both, or all three of us, have made a top 10 list, right? So you have two
If you want to say that, not
Yeah.
one of us put Kyrie on our top 10.
huh?
I said not one of us put Kyrie on our top 10. So technically, I guess you're
Got
right.
his ass.
Yeah, you dig
I'm
it.
just
Man.
saying we can go back. I've been watching the podcast lately, so I had a long drive back. So.
I don't know.
But I'm just saying, like, we
Because
look at
I'm
it,
going to say,
I want to say 2016. I might be wrong about the year. It's 2016 or 2017. That's the first year that Boston was really, really dangerous again. It was the year that IT blew up, everything like that. That was their first year. They should have done something.
Mhm.
Granted, they couldn't because of LeBron, but that was the first year. And ever
Okay.
since then, they've had the teams, and they just keep falling short. And it is 2020.
This
almost
is
2020.
Tatum's 6th year in the league.
You see what I'm saying? And they haven't done nothing. But for some reason, after one singular full year in Brooklyn, we're already hating on them.
I'm not hating on them. I just think they should do better. I just think they're not dangerous. I'm not hating on them. I'm not saying they are trash.
I don't know.
They're
I
just
say
not
give
dangerous.
them 6 years. If we give everybody else 6 years, give them 6 years.
Okay, go for
You
it.
know,
Run it first.
I don't know. 'Cause as I said, I don't think
I don't care.
they're not looking terrible. They as I said, they have just like every other team in the NFL or in the NBA right now. They have things they need to fix, of
Right.
course. But overall, they should be happy about what they're looking forward to because they're not looking the worst. If they fix up just a couple of things, they're right back on track.
That's what I've been trying to say.
I'm saying they're right back. They're still fucking dangerous. That's my thing. They're still dangerous. They got KD and Kyrie, bro. They exploded for 37 apiece the other night. That shit could happen at any time. That's scary. And they could both explode for 60 if they really wanted to. That's what's scary about them. That's what I'm saying. You can't say they're not scary when literally they have.
I'm not saying those two aren't scary. Those two are scary.
And that's what I'm saying.
Brooklyn Nets
They
are
can
not.
take over a full game.
They haven't done it yet.
Not this season, but they have before.
Right.
I remember there was a game. I don't remember what game, but I think they had like 80 something combined points between the two. 80 or 90 combined points between the two.
Nice.
Yeah, they've shown that they can take over a game before. Like, yeah, they're not playing the best right now, but they're still a dangerous team. They're still a team to look out for.
I don't think so.
I mean,
One thing you're really, really, really good at is taking the smallest thing and then blowing it up. Because
you started talking about it more. All I said is if you look in depth about them, they're not looking too bad because the 3 teams they lost to were playoff teams. I said, so that's
Right.
not too bad.
No,
and
but
then
yeah.
you started going and saying, oh, what do you mean?
But here,
He's not telling.
Listen,
They're inconsistent. Blah blah
that's not
blah.
what
You started going off about it.
Here-
I was just saying
here's the thing.
these people.
What
They
I'm trying
lost
to say
three
is
really good teams, so
what
we can't
what
be hating on them too bad.
what I'm trying to say is that if it was just me and Ty, none of that would have happened. Absolutely
Hey.
zero of it would have. That's what I'm saying. You're
Well,
very,
yeah.
very good at taking a small thing and then
Well, of course it
getting
wouldn't
blown up.
have happened. The last episode we had, I feel like was the most like chillest podcast, and we were like, "Oh wow, this is fucking like oh, we're not arguing. This is all good." And then James is back on, and then
I'm not the one always arguing. Come
no,
on,
I
you
know,
are.
I know,
No,
but
but
Sharing some-
statistically speaking, this will only happen if it's us three, and it'll about 90% of the time be me and you.
I don't know.
I don't know, like
Yes, you do. We all know it.
yeah, because I mean because
I
I mean me
think-
and Jaden will probably get into it like here and there. Me and James will probably get into it, but after a little bit, I'll just let it go. Because I'm
Yeah.
like, James is just gonna not shut the fuck up, so I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
It's the fact of like I don't like people that say one thing. And,
No, yeah.
it's like hypocrite, but I feel like that's such a harsh word, so I don't want to say hypocrite. But it's
Yeah,
like
and I appreciate because I never want to be that. So when
Yeah,
you
but it's
prove
not
something, I'm cool accepting it. Like
Yeah,
I'll say I'm wrong.
it seems so harsh.
Yeah, no
You're a
hypocrite.
That's why I don't like saying it, but I'd be like, it's the word to explain it sometimes. It's like,
Yeah.
when it's a hypocritical thing, it's like, yo,
Yeah.
real quick.
No, you're right.
Just like the stats. It's like, these things
No,
are
you're right.
identical. Like,
You had me thinking.
But yeah, that's why I was saying about, like, the Nets. I was just like, that's why I wanted to look
Yeah.
at
Cool. I'm cool with it.
Yep.
Anyway, to finish off the shocking, like what I think, like that's whatever. In the West, I mean, we already discussed it. Portland being, what are they, 4-0?
Yeah.
4-0, amazing for them. Damian Lillard not running from that grind. He is loyal to the bone.
Real quick.
The Clippers are the. Wait, what'd you say?
5 for 23 from 3 right now.
Wait, what'd you say?
Said pause real quick. The Lakers are shooting 5 for 23 from 3.
They're down by 7.
No, we're
That's so crazy to me. How do you shoot that much, miss that many, and still be that close?
Bro, that's what I'm saying. We're not that bad of a team. We just need to stop shooting. That's all we need to do, bro. If we stop shooting, we could progress so much.
So I mean, I think there's a couple more shocking things in the East than there are the West.
Oh yeah, of course.
But I mean, the only really things that I guess are notable are,
I told y'all the Hawks was not
What?
going to be bad this year. I told y'all the Hawks was going to be pretty solid.
Yeah, they're 3-1.
yeah, they're not bad.
I told y'all they were gonna be
All right. Well, we're at a minute and 37 or an hour and 37 minutes.
a minute and 37 minutes.
I know. Sorry, an hour and 37 minutes. Anything else we want to do?
I thought we were doing a draft.
We could do a quick draft, I suppose. What's the topic gonna be? James,
All right, let me go.
use the roulette and see.
Wait, what is it?
What's our topic gonna be?
Oh, okay, we haven't decided yet.
Yeah, I just, roll the roulette table, spin the wheel. Oh snap! It landed on James. What did it land on? I can't see from that far away. Oh god.
Yeah, my stomach hurting, bro.
I guess since this will be our first draft of whatever fucking topic, because it's, I don't know if it's trending too much, but it was trending a little bit on TikTok a little bit. So if you guys want to comment down and see what drafts we should do, they comment down below, and maybe we'll do it.
Yeah.
We can do shoe brands.
Shoe brands.
Yes, sir.
All right, now do another roulette, and go. So James will be 1, I'll be 2, Ty 3, because that's how it is on my screen.
God.
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
All
Well,
right.
yeah, and just have it be a little wheel and.
Okay. Well. Okay.
What?
Hope you. I don't know. Hope you guys are enjoying listening to this at home.
All right, so who's 2?
I'm 2.
Oh, you're first.
Jaden's first,
Let's go.
and
2,
then
1.
So for my number 1, you said shoe brands, right?
Yeah.
What, Ty?
Oh, I was gonna say what's the order, and how many are we gonna do? Do you think? I feel like shoe browns we should only really do like 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So then who's going after me?
It goes 3. It said 2, 1, 3. So who
Okay.
would you say was 1?
You. So Ty's last.
God damn it!
But Ty, so do you want to do you get 1, I get 1, or you get 1, I get 1, he gets 1, or 1, 1, 2?
We're just gonna go.
Just go in a circle, I guess.
1, 1, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3.
Yep.
Okay. So for my number 1 overall, I'm gonna have to go with, and this is a tough decision. It's between the 1, 2. I'm going with Adidas though. I like Adidas.
Boy, number 1 overall pick, I'm going Nike.
That's cool.
I'm going Nike.
That's cool. That was the only other one that I was saying would be.
I think you missed out on the number 1 pick.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
I'm gonna go with Jordan as my
That's-
number 3
You wanna be
or my number 1. What'd you say, James? You cut out.
See, that's technically part of Nike.
I mean,
We're-
yeah, but it's its own thing. Shut up.
No, yeah, it is.
All right. Good.
All right. For my second, I'm gonna go with Vans.
Oh,
It's a worldwide love.
son of a bitch! I
Yeah.
forgot about Vans.
Yeah.
My second pick, I'm gonna take Chucks.
Chucks.
What the fuck are
Chucks,
Chucks?
Oh my gosh, y'all it Chucks Converse.
Oh, okay.
Why didn't you just say Converse?
Because they're Chucks.
They're Converse.
Ask anybody, they're Chucks. That's what they're known as. They're Chucks.
I've never heard anybody say, "Oh, I just got the new pair of Chucks."
It's a new pair of Chucks.
I've never heard
It's
that.
a new
That's
pair
weird.
of Chucks, bro. That's crazy.
That's-
Anyways,
I got a solid number 3.
I guess I'm gonna go with. Oh man, I'm gonna go with just Puma.
You ready for my number 3? Steel of the century. Crocs.
I was thinking
That's a
Crocs,
That's a
but
dub.
that's good.
That's a dub.
But if you fuck with rich bitches, you're gonna take this as your third pick. Uggs.
Uggs.
I don't know about shoes though.
Yes, sir. Girl,
I don't know
all
about
girls
Uggs.
want bitches. Come on now.
Not a bad choice. Not a bad choice.
Solid choice.
Huh.
You should-
Let's give me one. Yeah, a very underrated one, I suppose. But everybody wears them. Gotta go with Skechers.
I'm so glad you didn't say Reebok, boy. I was gonna have to come over to your house, smack the hell out you upside your head. You said
No.
some
Yeah, no. Skechers, you got the light up shoes.
That's comedy.
Hey, I'm gonna sign an undrafted free agent. I'm gonna get Heelys. That's gonna be my undrafted free agent.
Take your Heelys.
Bro, bring
Take your
Heelys back. Bring
Take your
Heelys back.
and we'll roll on out of here.
No, we need to bring them back. Bro, you know how cool you were in elementary school if you had Heelys?
My gosh.
Bro, no, I wish
My
I
undrafted would be flip flops.
See, I was thinking flip-flops, but I didn't know, like, if, like, a brand, you know?
Nah, flip
So,
flop.
like, just... Well, if that's the case, then fucking basketball shoes. Bam.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
different.
So that's why I picked Nike, because you got to think like Nike. It's just the steal of the whole draft. Like you should have won it first, because they have all different types of shoes in there. Where Adidas, you can't really say the same. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
but
Adidas has
this
some.
this is my opinion, but I like Adidas more than Nike. I like their shoes better. They're
Oh, I
they're
do.
more comfortable
I do,
to me.
too. Like,
That's why.
growing up, I liked Nike more, but now
Yeah,
I
no,
fucking,
same.
like, all my
It
shoes
just
are
depends.
Adidas,
Like
pretty
if I
much.
want like just a normal pair of Nikes, or a normal pair of shoes, I'm gonna go get a pair of Ultras from Adidas, because
Yeah.
I got the phone boost technology. But if I want like a pair of like basketball shoes, something like that, I usually go Nike. I mean, I have a pair of Adidas. I wear Hardens, but the only reason I wear Hardens is because they were on sale.
Even basketball shoes. Oh, I mean, granted,
See,
Donovan
for
Mitchell,
me-
but
For me, basketball shoes are a lot different. It's players that I like, if I like
Yeah,
how they
usually-
made the shoe. So it's
yeah,
it's
that's
different.
safe too.
because I've had Kobe's, I've had PG's, I've had Mitchell's, I have Giannis's. Like, so
Giannis's are ugly, bro.
hold on.
It depends on which one. I was really tempted to buy the Uno ones that he came out with.
Bro, Giannis's shoes are so
Mind
ugly.
you,
He's
they're
trying-
they're a little dirty now because I've worn them. But
Jaden's getting his shoes
the
for.
smoothie shoes, these ones go crazy. I love these shoes.
You
Some of my
don't
favorite
like those,
shoes I've-
James? I'm surprised you don't.
Really?
I don't like none of Giannis's shoes. I think they're just ugly.
They're
I think that one's not like
It
too
turns out
it's
bad.
nice.
Turn around to the other side.
Turn to
What,
the other
this
side.
one?
No, I don't know. I just don't like
No, yeah.
this, like the side of it. I don't know. Why the sole come up?
I don't know. This is one of my favorite shoes. You just hurt my feelings.
James, I know you don't like the player, but I bought some Patrick Mahomes released some shoes, so I bought some
Did he
of
really?
those. Yeah.
What
That-
did he release shoes? For?
Oh, hold on. Let me grab mine for the
He
viewers at
released
home.
Fucking dentist golf shoes. It
So
would have been different if he released.
he so-
shoes.
what'd you say?
So it'd be different if he released cleats, but he released shoes.
Yeah, so he did a collaboration with Marvel. Did a one for Black Panther since that's coming out soon. So I bought that. So this is what they look like. So it's Adidas, and then this is the other side. It says Adidas on that side. You got his little logo right there. I think it's pretty fire. You know, purple seal.
Makes 0 sense.
They're kind
The
of clean.
fuck does Patrick?
Of course they're
Mahomes have
clean.
shoes for?
Because it's Patrick Mahomes.
What does that mean?
He's one of the greatest quarterbacks in our generation right now.
I mean, I guess, but
No, he is.
No,
Cam
not-
Newton was too, and you know what they gave him? A fucking cleat
I don't
for
know.
football.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
It's normal, so football.
did
players-
Black
wanna
actually?
beat him,
Yeah, did Black
can buy
Panther
him
come
shoes.
out when he was in his prime? No, it didn't. So I also bought a matching hoodie to go with it. So
Of course you did, Ty.
yeah. So I'm gonna wear that when we go see Black Panther
James, are
together.
you wearing all white?
White.
Yeah,
He's
he
gonna
just
wear
said
all white, and he's gonna wear all black. Fucking
You-
asshole, bro.
Are you're actually doing the all white?
Yeah.
Good, same.
Do you want me to wear all white?
Well, I mean, you don't have to wear all white, but I think it's kind of a dick thing. If everyone has said to go all white and they go all black.
Did they actually
Right.
say everybody wear white, or is this
It's
just
like
like
been a
fucking?
big trending thing for everyone to go.
Yeah, but did Marvel themselves say it, or did some
They
asshole on
did it, but I'm just
TikTok?
saying that it's trending to say go all white. I
I'll
don't
just do
think
whatever
it's
you want.
Yeah, right. I'm still wearing the shoes though. I'm
No,
not.
just wear your. You bought a whole ass outfit for it. Wear the outfit.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just me and James will go in all white.
I hope y'all are the only two that wear all white.
Me
I
too.
hope so too. Fuck you guys. I don't want.
We got the memo.
I saw the TikTok, guys. All right. I think that will call it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, if you guys are listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, feel free to hit that follow button.
I might just come to Vegas right now.
Oh shit!
No, dead ass.
Okay,
Why not?
go for it. If you hurry in time, you can see Black Adam with us
What time you seeing it?
in 30 minutes.
I already saw it. It's cool.
Yeah.
Huh?
How long did it take you to get here?
2.5 hours. So I'll be back. If I left right now, I'd be there at like 11:30ish.
Go.
I gotta
You disappear.
pack up my car first though, because yeah, you know I'm moving back, right?
Yeah.
In December, yeah. So
Going back to
to
Vegas.
Cali. Oh yeah,
Oh,
that makes more sense. But
potato.
yeah, but
Can I finish the outro?
oh yeah.
But yeah, like I said, if you're listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, feel free to hit that follow button. We are literally like so close to being able to run ads. We are down to like, I think we only need like 9 followers.
Oh,
And,
we're not even in double digits. Let's go, baby.
yeah.
Did you see that TikTok I sent you?
Which one?
So
The one about the Eminem made up his own language.
Yeah, that was funny.
anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, feel free to subscribe, hit the bell, comment down below saying how much that you disagree with Jaden about the Brooklyn
Please
as
do.
being whatever.
Hey, Ty got all the hate for She-Hulk. Bring the heat. Bring it. Bring all the heat. Bring all the hate. Bring it.
As I said last time, we are all ripped, so come at us. But just do your thing, subscribe, like, do whatever, share along with everybody that you know, spread Geeked Out, and we will have a lot of fun. We're gonna be streaming. Wait, what did I say?
Bread? What you spread?
the channel, like you gotta spread like the viewership, the channel. I didn't think there was anything wrong about it. But yeah, we're gonna start streaming soon at some point. I know that we all play a bunch of Fortnite and Overwatch, so we're gonna be playing those. I know Sonic Frontiers and God of War are around the corner, so I'm going to be streaming those at some point. Maybe you guys can join along, see my frustration towards Sonic or God of War, depending on both those games. And Pokemon is also coming around the corner too.
Let's go.
So we can maybe all have like one like impactful playthrough of it. We're choosing fire, James. I'm sorry to tell you. Although all of the starters have looked pretty cold. Yeah. All right. Thank you guys. See you guys on the next podcast.
Peace.
Bye.